Expect Tory. I'm gonna call it. I think by summertime, Tory will be home.
Hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea.
So the Wackster, aka Wack 100, was doing his show with Adam 22, and Wack leaked that he been talking to Tory Lanez while he's in jail, and he's been giving him details about his case. Check this out. Like the video and subscribe. Let's get it.
This was going on. Let me tell you how they railroaded the homie. Because it all started with his line, and everybody thought he dissed Drake. He said, waiting on him to confront me the way they did Drizzy. Now, here goes the problem. We got a bunch of people that have said shit at Drizzy.
It was, in fact, a 20 versus 1.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people. It could be Meek Mills. It could be the other. I mean, a bunch of people said it. So, right? But when talking to him, remember doing the trial, they found his DNA inconclusive.
Okay.
Inconclusive, right? Doing trial. So when they come back on appeal, they're like, the gun needs to be tested against Kelsey, right? They tell him that there's no more DNA left on the gun to test Kelsey. They say, why? You know why? They used it all testing it against Tory. Now let me ask you, why would they continue to test the DNA against Tory? What's the one reason? I'm gonna tell you why. Where they screwed him at is the actual DNA from the other tests have come back 100% excluded. See, the excluded word wasn't used in trial. They used words inconclusive. It's 100% as of right now excluded. Watch this. The bullet fragments, the hospital lost them.
I heard that's not true.
Oh no, listen. You see these notes? These notes are me talking to Tory, right? Hold on. The gun is now sealed. It cannot even be brought back into court. Whatever they did at the police station, they can't use it in court.
False claims, including that the gun and bullet fragments in the case are missing.
No, that's cap. Where's that coming from?
That's in this article from ABC News about Megan Thee Stallion seeking this restraining order.
Yeah, but that's them. I'm telling you why they're granting his appeal to be heard again in court. All right?
Maybe you're one of these bloggers who's on the take. Have you been paid to say this?
They violated his 14th Amendment right. And they can't say the gun was wiped down because they've already stipulated in the paperwork it was 4 sets of prints on it. But they only tested to see if Tory's prints was there, and it's a Brady violation. So he's already scheduled to go back into court. The judge have already said, we're going to grant him his hearing. Okay. So, you know, all that came from the other day when he called in, and he's up there doing his thing. Shout out to Lil John. The call went to Lil John first. We was able to figure everything out, keep everything where it's supposed to be. Shout out to my man Speedy from Hard Time Hustler, who is home now. You know what I mean? Which is a brother to him. So expect Tory. I'm going to call it. I think by summertime, Tory will be home.
You want to bet?
What you want to bet?
$2,000.
Okay, cool.
$2,000. Tory Lanez is not home by August 31st.
$1,000 summer, $2,000 by next year sometime. I'm just saying by summertime. I'm gonna tell you because he asked me. Set an
alarm.
He asked me when the Kendrick Lamar concert was up in Canada, and I told him like June 13th, whatever the date was.
Tory's gonna pop out,
and he said I should be home by then.
Really?
That's where I'm getting that from. But he's in great spirits. He's doing his thing.
I have almost no knowledge of this, but I would say I don't buy it.
Oh no, he gonna come home, bro.
Okay. Well, at some point, yeah.
No, the fact. Okay.
Will he ever step foot in America again?
Let me educate you on this.
Sure.
You got 2 different appeals. One that wipes everything away. Remember, they gave him 4-year enhancement on the gun allegation. The fucking DNA has just come back excluding him, meaning he did not have the gun. So even if they dismiss the gun enhancement, the 4 years they knock off, releases him. Now, the one across the board allows him to stay in the United States. Just knocking off the enhancement and keeping other things there, then it releases him and then deports him. That gun enhancement is coming off. Of course, Tory's fighting for the whole thing. But if I was him, if they willing to drop the gun enhancement now, come home and then continue your fight from Canada. But now that it's not included, it's excluded, and that gun enhancement carried 4 years, that was an additional.
The DNA analysis from the trial revealed that Lanez could neither be included nor excluded as a DNA contributor on the gun.
And now, this is why his appeal was, the judge said, okay, we got to hear it, because the test since then has 100% excluded him. You heard it right here on No Jumper First. Well, actually, we spoke about it on the 100 side of Clubhouse, but we're going to claim No Jumper First in podcast land. Right? Now, Adam, if you got a 4-year gun enhancement, because they say you had the gun, right? And after that, tests were done, and they come back excluding, not that word, excluding. And the judges said, well, based upon these tests after the fact, excluding him, right? I got to bring him back down. Worst case scenario, they drop the 4-year gun enhancement. It kicks him loose. It'll still deport him if the other things are there.
So you think he'll ever come to America again, though, or is he going to be stuck in Canada?
No, I definitely think if he gets out based on the gun enhancement being dropped, I'll give him 2 to 3 years, and because he's going to keep fighting it. See, once that happens, the case weakens.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe he'll have action. But we're gonna see Tory be back.
All right. So first and foremost, I'm pretty sure y'all heard about Megan Thee Stallion trying to get a restraining order out on Tory. She feels like he's been paying all the bloggers to say negative things about her. If y'all remember, a while back during the trial, they tried to say DJ Academics was getting paid by Tory Lanez. And when that didn't work, you started hearing everybody else is getting paid. So now it's Milagro Grams was getting paid, and Megan is suing her too. So she want a restraining order on Tory, and she want to take Milagro Grams to court for receiving payments. Now, I am hearing that Milagro's case is looking pretty good. This ain't gonna be no Tasha case situation where Milagro is going down. I think Milagro is gonna be just fine. And yeah, it's been some history between her and Megan, but at the same time, does that mean that she was getting paid by Tory Lanez? I don't know. She was cool with the family, but does that mean she was getting paid to, say negative stuff about Megan? If you a Milagro fan, I can remember slowly but surely Milagro came to the side of Tory Lanez. It didn't start like that. It didn't start with her just saying Megan lied and I don't believe Megan. She got more facts about the case, and she eventually started standing 10 toes down with Tory. I remember at one point she was defending Kelsey until she stopped defending Kelsey, and she thought Kelsey was full of shit too. So it's not like Milagro just popped out of the blue all against Megan. If you go back and listen to her coverage, she was giving Megan Thee Stallion the benefit of the doubt, especially because her and Megan are both from Houston, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's another thing with their little back and forth. I think Megan always kind of hates that Milagro Grams is from Houston, and she was reporting and doing media, and she wasn't siding with the person who was from her hometown. Because, like in Cali, that's how they roll. It don't matter if anybody do anything negative in Cali. If you from Cali, usually them people stick together in the media and everywhere else. I'm just being real. So I guess a piece of me always felt like Megan resented that Milagro wasn't holding her down because she's also from Houston. Now, I don't know if a lot of y'all know Milagro, but I feel like Milagro was bigger than me. And like I said, she was just the biggest, loudest voice on the internet, in my opinion, who was supporting Tory, the through it all thick and thin, okay? Now, this situation with Wack, I don't know how Wack always finds himself in some situation where he's always involved in everybody's business. It don't matter if it's an A-list celebrity, B-list, C-list, D-list. Like, he squeezes his way into every goddamn situation, okay? It's a fact. So now he on the phone talking to Tory about his case. Now, my issue with this is I don't like when somebody is in jail for something as crazy as Tory Lanez is in jail for, because basically it's almost like, you know, domestic violence and shit like that. Even though I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, what really sent him to jail was kind of going back and forth with Megan, you know, throughout the situation, and I guess they felt like that was harassment or something like that. I forget the, you know, exact legal terms for it, but he ended up getting like multiple years for multiple different reasons. But anyway, I just feel like the situation is too sensitive for you to have Wack just spitting out all of these random facts. And I always see this. I always see a guy on the internet talking about so-and-so coming home, and then they never come home at that exact date. And so when I was listening to Wack say that, I'm like, damn, I don't want to see somebody in the courts be like, oh, Tory think he getting home before summer, or by the time summer come, fuck that, he'll be home in 2028. You know what I mean? Like, like I don't know. I just always question people coming to the internet and being like, this guy's coming home. That's just me. But, you know, if he talking to Wack and he trusts Wack, then, you know, I'm going to go with Tory. But I did like that verse on DDG's song. You know, I thought that shit was hard. And yeah, so let me know what y'all think about this. Like the video and subscribe. Happy holidays. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.